What's up, guys? This is Par73 bringing you the haves and have-nots of Myth World Cup 1999. Now, what we have here today is a match between the Wolfpack and the Companions. And what you don't have is your regular everyday Myth World Cup game. This is a 2-on-2 allies game. The match between the Companions and Wolfpack effectively was decided in the previous game. Companions winning that one by 16 points and winning the first game by 10 points. I don't believe Wolfpack will be able to max out the points here to bring it back with Companions. They would effectively need 26 points, and after the Companions teams tag their home defensive flags and would get at least 1 point for third place, they still would not have enough to come back. But let's look at these players and teams here, as it looks like two of the Companions players have dropped from the match. I believe that is Gunda and Tor. They've called it quits here, so one of the Companions teams will be a two-man team, Gore and Olympus, and they are in the southwest. Meanwhile, in the northeast, you have Faded, Gambleton, and Code for the Companions. They are the gray team, respectively. Meanwhile, for Wolfpack, they switched out our Isildur for Trinity, the opposite of what happened with the last game. And we have Dragon captaining the southeastern team for them. They are in the red color. They're featuring Dragon, Hell, Monkey Son, and Trinity. And in the northwest, we have Magellan, Nighthawk, and Shaka. They are the brown team representing Wolfpack's second team. So we'll have to see what goes on here. I see a line on the map. I believe the Companions drew it, so they might look to pinch this southeastern team here, as the teams have started diagonally. There's 8 flags on the map. The scoring for Allied flag rally with 8 flags is each team will be able to get up. They'll be able to score a point for every flag they capture. So if both teams capture every flag on the map, that's 16 points right there. The team in first place would get 5 points. The team in second place gets an additional 3 points, and the team in third place nets 1 point for their team. Effectively, if you got first and second place, along with capturing every flag on the map, you would max out at 24 points. So we'll have to see what happens here, as all the teams still only have their home flags. And we have Dragon engaging Gambleton and Code Toad up here in the northeast, whereas Olympus is going to back off from Shaka. He wasn't netting any kills or damage so far in this series, and already right there we have some kills and some damage out of this guy. Where have you been, Shaka? I'm sure all those Wolfpack fans are saying the same thing. And he's gonna just unload on the flame arrows here on the defense. Olympus is gonna have to move his melee pretty quickly. He's gonna respond, sending his melee right at those archers. Shaka does not have a dwarf to defend himself. Oh, he does. It comes out from behind these warriors to say hello. And over here we have Dragon pushing Code Toad, or it looks like it was Code Toad pushing Dragon, effectively able to secure this flag for the Companions. Pretty job well done by him, but it looks like his melee is gonna go down there. Dragon's archers, however, getting mopped up by Gambleton's large amount of archers. Gambleton has at least 10 archers right there. They'll just be dealing damage for quite a little bit, as you'll probably see this dwarf go down pretty shortly after that last volley. And yes, Dragon gonna be losing his dwarf there, unfortunately. It looks like Companions won that part of the map, while Gore is also pushing in on this southeast force. It's taken a lot of losses early, is this Wolfpack team in the southeast, led by Dragon. And Gore gonna take out Trinity's dwarf there. Not sure if Trinity even saw Gore sneak up on the side. And Olympus continuing to fight with Shaka in the west. We'll check that out in a little bit, as we have teams trading each other's defensive flags respectively. Right now, looking at percentages, one of the Wolfpack teams still has 92% left. However, the Red Wolfpack team only has 34% remaining. And for the Companions, Companions have a combined 88% remaining. So I believe Wolfpack have more units on the map left at this point. But the two Companion squads committing to crush that early Wolfpack team. Now we'll have to see what happens here, as we have a duel between Dragon and Gore. Gore's dwarf almost going down there to a single arrow, a single bowman of Wolfpack. But looks like he's going to be able to be out of range. Oh, and that arrow just comes right down on his backside. Gore is going to lose that dwarf. He's going to have to run to get out of there, as his thrall and flag number 6 right here is now open to being rushed. Wolfpack looks like they're going to be continuing to work together over here in the west, as I believe Olympus moves on and effectively bypassed Shaka somehow. Shaka now securing flag 4. Olympus is looking to secure flag 3. And Olympus coming under fire by the archers of Shaka. And the Companions with 440 left are going to lose the flag lead to the Red Wolfpack team. And Olympus will also be losing another archer, his last one on the map. Gore gonna engage the melee here. Looks like he's actually winning it at the moment, but once these warriors catch up, if they do, it might be a different story. And actually, we have a game over for us, folks. I completely missed it. I apologize about that. Let me look around here, see if I can find it. And it looks like it was this last flag tag up here. Wolfpack pretty close to contesting it, as well as Olympus. Now the Allies teams will contest each other's flags due to the mechanics of the game. And contesting your flags like that for additional points is actually illegal in Myth World Cup. But as you'll see here, it's going to secure the Companions' win as Olympus walks off of that flag. One of the few times when walking off of a flag will secure your team a victory. But yeah, let's go through the statistics of Game 3 here. Now, Wolfpack had already been eliminated, albeit in Game 2. They put up a pretty damn good fight here. A better fight than the first 2 games combined. Even though they did have a 2-player advantage, it was 5-on-7. But yeah, so the Companions here, this team will get first place. The gray team led by Faded, first place will get them 5 points plus the 8 flags, comes to about 13 points. Faded goes 1 for 12, 5 damage. Gamilton 6 and 9 with 50 damage, and Koto 2 and 9 with 14 damage. And we'll be able to look at some nice charts thanks to the wise decisions of the team captains to pick a color besides black. Very well done. And back to the stat, we got the second place team. Dragon of Wolfpack was leading it. It was the red team. Dragon ending the game 10-5 with 70 damage. Trinity 11-7 with 66 damage. Monkey-san 6-11 with 40 damage. And Hell not losing anything, not killing or damaging anything. He does have 3 survivors at the end of the game. In looking at their flags, they had 7 flags tagged. That would be 7 points for being in second place. They also received 3 points. That'll be 10 points for that team. This is the last flag they had to tag. Unfortunately, they have no units in that vicinity, and the area was secured by their teammates. But it is what it is, and it ain't what it was. So for the third place team, the Companions have Gore and Olympus. Gore going 10-16 with 81 damage. Olympus 5-16, 36 damage. Looks like Shaka was giving him some trouble. However, by bypassing Shaka, he opened up for the tag here for his teammates on flag 3. So, you know, stats can be deceiving to a player's true impact in a game, as we see time and time again. And last but not least, oh wait, let's go to the scoring for that third team. They had 6 flags captured, and third place will net them 1 extra point. That gives them 7 points. And onto the fourth place team, the brown team, led by Magellan. He went 5-3 with 26 damage, Shaka 14-2 with 78 damage, and Nighthawk 12-0 with 26 damage. They have the most percentage remaining in the game. However, despite the fact they have 6 flags, they are too late to those flag captures. And they're not going to be netting any extra points for their placement. They will net 6 points for their tags. Effectively, if Wolfpack had a flag to defend here, they would have been able to secure the victory here with the large amount of forces remaining. And as I noted earlier, Shaka 14-2, 78 damage. He's leading the game. And no, Gore is leading the game in damage. I apologize, but having been quiet those first 2 games, Shaka finally comes out to play, which was nice to see. And yeah, that is going to wrap up game 3. The scoring for this game, I briefly pieced upon it throughout the match. Overall, the score was 20-16 here. Companions scoring 20 points. Wolfpack scoring 16 points. And overall, Companions are going to win this match 56-26. The first game 20-10 in their favor, the second game 16-0 in their favor, and the third game 20-16 in their favor. They were able to win all 3 matches quite handedly here against Wolfpack. Early mistakes by Wolfpack just put them in a huge hole right at the beginning, albeit not as large a hole as we saw that some of the other teams in the winnowing round, or even as we will see in the top bracket, who play cracks on the Cloudspine, cracks in the Cloudspine CTF. Not as big as a hole as some of the other teams will be putting themselves in, but large enough where puts the pressure on for game 2. They're unable to come up with any points there, getting maxed out. And it comes down to a flag rally where the match has already been done, so it doesn't even come down to that. I apologize. But a pretty close game 3. I mean, just shows you that Wolfpack won't go down without a fight, really. I'm excited to see how they play in next year's World Cup. Wish we could see some more games out of them. Who knows? I will actually be doing some games that I'm not including in the Sweet 16 matches upon request by former players or viewers out there. So if there were any other Wolfpack Myth World Cup 1999 matches out there, I will maybe I will get around to them. Be sure to put out a word if you have any specific ones you'd like to mention, as there are plenty of occasions where the Sweet 16 teams are actually meeting up long before DE4, sometimes in the qualifying rounds and sometimes earlier on in the top bracket part of the tournament. The double bracket part of the tournament, opening up the door for a rematch. But there will be no more bottom bracket doors for the Wolfpack as the Companions open theirs on to the next round. I believe they will play against the winners of, I want to say, Snap and I don't think those games have been played yet. I have no idea. Next, yeah, they will play against here. Let me make some sense for you. They'll be playing against the winners of Snap, Crackle, Pop, and the Alliance, which is the fourth round top bracket match. I'll be getting to those pretty soon, so you'll be able to find out who they're playing soon enough. And if you want to ruin the spoilers, just go to macobserver.com/MWC99. You can check out all the tournament content there. And yeah, that's about it, folks. So this is Par 73 signing out. Companions going to take this match 56-26. A job well done by all players involved. And we'll have to see you next time, folks. So stay tuned and happy mething. GG's, guys.
Game over.